Okay, today guys, I'm gonna do a story about my life having type 1 diabetes and me growing up with type 1 diabetes and like stuff that I used to help myself. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that comes with diabetes, but okay, let's get started. Okay, at this point in time, I was living with my granny when I was a young girl. I was like 5 years old when I started. I think I was the only in like Head Start. I was losing weight. I didn't want to eat. I started losing a lot of weight, but I was still eating, but not enough to make me gain weight. I was losing a lot of weight. I was always thirsty, and the day before my birthday, I got real sick. And because before that, my grandma was taking me to the doctor and they said, oh, it's normal, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. And they was like giving me like telling her like stuff, oh, this is this, fine, and stuff like that. But as that happened, after those doctor appointments, I started using the restroom myself. And like, hey, don't judge me. I was little, so yeah. I was using the restroom by myself, and I didn't want to get out of bed. So I think it was like 2 days before my 6th birthday. Yes, I was that tiny. 2 days before my 6th birthday, she took me to the hospital because I didn't want to get out of bed, and I was going in and out of consciousness that morning when she woke up. So she took me to the hospital, and that's when I had to get hooked up to oxygen and stuff like that, checked, and they finally pulled my blood, checked me for diabetes. And that's when I had diabetes. They sent me to Dallas. They sent me away to Dallas. And then that's where I stayed in Dallas for like a couple months. And I understand the reason why they kept me for a couple months, because they had to teach my grandma, my mom, and my sister's father at the time, because he was staying with us. But they had to teach all of them how, and teach myself, like you have to, before I started, I didn't have this pump. I didn't have no pump. I had to take the draw injections, like needle in the vial, and poke my finger, and like they was teaching me how to do that. And I'm not gonna hold you, as soon as I got back home, I didn't want to do it no more, because in the hospital they was giving me the insulin through my IV, like an insulin drip, because they didn't know how much I needed or any of that. So they wasn't really giving me shots until I got home. But that's when I came back to my grandma's house. Then we stayed there for like she wanted us to stay there until after we got out of school. And that's when she told us that we had to move with our mom, and we moved with our mom. Well, we came down here to see her every once in a while, but we came to stay with our mom. And from then I started going to, I was still going to Dallas, and like she was learning also, because she was my mom, but like we had never had a house to ourselves. Like we always used to stay with our grandma. So then after that, Just fast forward a couple months. I start my first day of, because I did Head Start and kindergarten down there with my grandma when I was staying with her. So I came down here, started first grade, whole bunch of stuff went into place, and like when I started school, like I had to bring snacks to school to put in my teacher's classroom, and she'll put them like in a little cabinet drawer, because like we had a kitchen in our classroom. There was like a classroom for like 22 kids, and like she'll put my snacks in the top cabinet, and it was like a shared classroom. Like if you went to school with me, you know, but it was like a shared classroom, and it's like, and then when we fast forward to third grade, this is where people start asking me questions like, why do you go to nursery every day? Why you do this? Why you do that? And get bullied. But I like, as my friends know, I don't care what nobody says. I'm not no bully, because I know how it feels to be a bully. Sometimes they say, well, if they got bullied, they'll turn into a bully. No, not me, not over here. And if you think when I talk to you, if you think doing it, if I'm talking to somebody crazy, I'm not doing it just to be doing it. I'm doing it because they did something to me and I got a smart mouth. If you want to know, ask my mother. I have a smart mouth. I can't control this, but I know it's wrong to bully people. Like, but yeah, it's like I was getting bullied and stuff like that. But let's fast forward to middle school. I only went to middle school for 2 years because 8th grade year was COVID, when COVID started and all that. So get to middle school, all the bully tried that stuff. I had a little friend group in middle school, like we got along good, like, and then like, and when the fundraisers came and they say like pick a group for like a fundraiser and stuff, and then y'all can raise money for that, and we always used to win. I'm telling you, they used to hate us in middle school. But yeah, and some of those friends from middle school, some of them friends from middle school are still my friends till this day. Even though it haven't even been a full year that I've been out of high school. But some of them people are still my friends till this day. And some of them moved across, moved across the world, and we're still friends. And like, yeah. But in middle school, it was like I was going to nurse, but okay, in our middle school, they used to block like the wall off where from the lunchroom in the hallway, because like there was a lunchroom and then there was a separate place to get our food, and then there was like a hallways to go down into the different hallways to the classrooms. And like I used to have to tell them, I'm going to the nurse, I need to go to the nurse for my shots and stuff like that. And it's like, it was kind of weird telling a grown person like, this is why you're going to the nurse with your food and stuff like that. Like, and it used to be the same person every day, and she was like, why are you coming back here? I need to go to the nurse. And like, knowing me, like, I do have little anger issues. I'm not gonna hold you. But that comes with it, because me, when my sugar gets low, I get angry. I don't know why. Like, it's not me being angry like out of no reason. Like, but if you come say something to me and I take it the wrong way, then I would talk back to you. Like, but that was just me. And I was a fat kid, fatter than I was now. Like, I was a big chubby kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a fat kid. I was a fat kid. But coming with that, and then like it would be breakfast, lunch, and then I had a snack at the end of the day around my sixth period. Sixth period, and like goldfish and stuff like that. And then people used to ask like, why do you go to the nurse at this time and get snacks from him? because they had me on a ratio and they wanted me to have a snack because that's how long school was for us. But okay, let's fast forward to high school. Okay, high school was fun. High school was fun for me with diabetes because not many people ask questions and but I liked high school because one of the nurses at my high school was a lady I went to church with, and she knew me already, so she didn't ask too many questions. She just had my mom sign the papers and stuff like that. But there was this other nurse that we ain't gonna name no names, but there was this other nurse that I didn't like, and if you're my friend, you know who I'm talking about. We don't speak of her name because that's how much we didn't like her. But at the beginning of it, like, she was snippy and stuff like that. And then lucky I had some teachers from middle school come to high school with me, so they already knew the schedule and the get down. But in high school, I didn't have no snack time because 8th grade year I didn't go to middle school, so like there wasn't. But teachers from my 7th grade year came to my high school, so I had some of them for my classes, and like it was cool. But then let's fast forward. In that year, that freshman year that I had a pump, an Omni pump, and I had an Omni pump and a Dexcom. I didn't have this, but that's when I had a pump already. It was like a little thing, and I just put my carbs in, my blood sugar and stuff like that, and check my blood sugar and see what it was and stuff like that. And then fast forward to my senior year. But one thing I didn't like about the Omnipod, let's go back. One thing I didn't like about the Omnipod is when you bump into a door and it used to rip off. Even like if you wear one on your thigh and you had a pair of pants on, you bump that door, you're gonna bleed. There was like no stopping it. It don't matter what were you wearing, what were you on. You bump into something or you drag yourself against a wall and your pump is there, it's coming off. It was coming off, and that's what I didn't like about it, because it gave me blisters, like peel my skin blisters, and like I used to have to put a ointment and Band-Aid on it for like a couple days until it went away. And like if you bump into anything, it's coming off. Like there's no saving that. It's coming off. And then let's fast forward to my senior year. My senior year, well, our main nurse she got the head job, so she had to move from our school, and we got 2 new nurses. I love them. They know who they are. I love them. But my junior year, I got this with the same 2 nurses that I mentioned before. But my sophomore year, we got 2 new nurses, and it was like they were chill, and I loved it. But problems that I ran into my senior year, because my junior year I started going back to the doctor. Before that, I was going back every 3 weeks, and then they said we're gonna drop it down where you only gotta come every 3 months and every 6 months. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then some problems that I ran into in senior year with my diabetes is that I can only go to the doctor every 3 months and every 6 months. And then it's like my sugar started running low, and I needed candy, or I needed something to drink, juice. And knowing me, don't come for me. I hate orange juice. I do not like orange juice. I will not drink orange juice, but unless I have to, I chugged it because I didn't like orange juice. But like, that's the problems that I ran in my senior year, in my 3rd and 4th period. It always happened in my 3rd and 4th period because our school we used to start at 7. Our school started at 7:20, but we got off the bus at 6:50 in the morning, and I would be up at like 4 in the morning because I love taking showers in the morning. So I'll be like up at 4 in the morning, taking my shower, picking out my clothes, getting my hair done. You know me, I don't really do makeup unless I really got to. But yeah, that was the problem for me. Like, my sugar would always run low during my 3rd and 4th period. So, and my 3rd and 4th period was my nursing class that I was in, and it was a 2-block. A 2-block was like, you have the same class period for 2 periods, and that was my nursing period. So I would try to go in there before, like a class period before, because as a senior in my school, you have a free period, or you can leave school early, or you have late arrival. So like I was there before class even started, so I can get my work done, so I can learn what I need to learn. So if my sugar, in case my sugar did go low, I can go to the nurse. But the bad thing about my school is, like, when my sugar went low or my sugar went high, we couldn't get into no doors, because the only time you can get into a door if you had a little, well, it was like an ID thing, but the teachers and the staff can only use it. Like, we didn't have one for our IDs. Like, our IDs was useless only for the bus. So like, I would have to stand out there and knock on the door until somebody walked past the door or walked in the hallway to open the door. That was the only bad thing about it. Like, and then I'll be like 55, and I'll be like, y'all need to do something with these doors, because if I can't get in the door and my sugar drop too low, and I drop and fall, and y'all ain't gonna know what to do. But yeah, that's when I started running into problems with my diabetes. But in the same year, I got cholesterol. I have high cholesterol, and it was like making my heart beat fast. And previous to that, my 7th grade year, I had a heart ablation because I had an abnormal heartbeat. So I had like kind of like a heart surgery for that. And same thing with that, my 8th grade year, I have diabetes neuropathy in my feet. So it's like a nerve thing for diabetes in their feet, and like, it's painful. Like, sometimes it's painful to walk on, sometimes it's painful to put it in water. Like, that's how bad it hurts. Like, if you put it in cold water, hot water, it will, like, cold water, it will be too cold where your foot will start shaking and you don't want to get in there anymore. Like, if you put it in hot water, it'll get too hot and it feels like you're stepping in boiling water. Like, that's what it is. And like, I have it, and like, I deal with it. But I'm on pills for both of those, and plus my diabetes. But if you manage it good, then it's not that hard. But that's all I wanted to tell y'all for today, for this video. Is my life having diabetes. And I think my next video is either going to be what is diabetes, where I explain to you what is diabetes and stuff that you can help it be better and stuff like that. But that's going to be in my next video. I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I do have a TikTok for my diabetes journey, and if you want to follow that, will be at the end of this video. Please go check it out, and hope you like the video. Bye.